So I've had this game Forager in my library for a little while now. I think I bought it a couple of months ago and just never got around to playing it. But I remember when it came out for beta access, and there was a lot of people getting entry to it and everything, and I was kind of like interested in it because obviously I'm super into the whole pixel art sort of thing. But I didn't get access to the beta or anything like that, so when it finally came out on Steam, I remember buying it. And then it just kind of sat there for a while. And I started it up for the first time 2 days ago, which was the day I'm recording this is Friday. So I started it up on Wednesday. And my God, I put 7 hours into it the first day. And I guess like 4 more hours into it yesterday. And just, I really went overboard with it, I guess. So, yeah. I didn't even realize it until I was already like way into the game, and me and a friend were talking about it, but it really is just kind of like one of those clicker games. Like, I don't know if you guys remember when Cookie Clicker was a huge like game, like a browser game, but I used to really like playing that game, and there's other ones on Steam now called like Clicker Hero or whatever. There's all kinds of them like everywhere, and the whole concept of those games is you just click on something and gain resources, and eventually you just buy things that will automate the things for you, so that way your production ramps up, and eventually you're making tons and tons of, resources and this and that, and you use it to, whatever the game, like, actually wants you to do. In Cookie Clicker, it was, obviously make cookies, dog sounds. And I don't know, like, this is basically just that, but there's tons of different resources that you can go for, and you can buy new land to kind of expand your area, and, like, there's different kinds of areas, so there's, like, deserts, and there's, like, a fire biome, and there's one where skeletons spawn, and, like, all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So it's a lot more in-depth, and I think that's what makes this game so, like, addicting to play for me, is because I'm already super like easily amused by those like clicker games, and the fact that this one gives you like a character that you can actually like run around with and like farm for resources and kind of build like your own area the way you want it, it's pretty much perfect for me. So this game is super fun. And like obviously you're going to have to sink a lot of time into it to get to the late game, but I don't know, I've been enjoying it a ton. So not only are you building like little structures that sort of make things for you, like obviously you start off and you can make a furnace which smelts your ores, which are iron and gold, and then you can make an anvil so you can actually like refine things and make actual resources that aren't just raw resources and everything, but you can get to like make windmills which make you seeds and stuff, so you can start farming, and there's a sewing machine or whatever, so you can turn like plant or fibers or whatever into like threads and then leather, and you can make all kinds of like equipment and stuff like that to like you can increase your attack speed and your movement speed and stuff by making gloves and boots, and there's just like there's so many different things that you can kind of work on and like progress through, and you can upgrade your tools, and there's just so much to it in the early game. And like obviously like the more you build up your resources and get further into it, the more you can like upgrade all of your stuff and everything, and like it just, I don't know, it's super addicting. Like that's why I titled this video the way that I did, because I really just can't seem to stop playing this game. There's also these really cool like achievements and advancements that you can kind of go through and complete. Obviously some of them are for just like random things, like planting 100 seeds, or breaking 100 objects, or doing X amount of this or X amount of that, or whatever the case may be. You get different kinds of like sort of not really equipment or anything like that, but different like cosmetics and stuff like that, where you can go into the little tree to the right of the first little starter island that you spawn on, and there's a little wardrobe, and you can change your clothes and put wings or backpacks, or change your head, or even change like what kind of character you're playing as. And I thought this was really cool because a lot of the characters that you can switch to are sort of like nods to other games and stuff like that. So I know that I've unlocked one for like Shovel Knight, and I really like the Hollow Knight one because I'm a super big Hollow Knight fan. But There's heads for people from Terraria, like you can put a little slime on your head, or like the lunatic cultists or whatever from that game. And just, I don't know, there's all kinds of like little references that the developer put in, which is kind of cool. And yeah, there's even like dungeons that you can go through and complete, and after you complete dungeons you get different like cosmetic pieces for that, but you also get like rewards and stuff like that for showing that you beat it. And sometimes you get stuff that actually helps you out in the game and increases like your, you know, efficiencies for different stuff, or, you know, whatever the case may be. But a lot of it is like extra like cosmetic stuff, and some of it does help you in the game. And it's just, I don't know, it's like a little side project that you can work on. Like I can go over here and, you know, do this dungeon or complete this little puzzle. Like there's puzzles scattered across all kinds of different little islands and stuff like that to kind of keep you occupied while you're, you know, doing your normal thing, collecting resources. And, you know, there's just a lot to it. So I'm going to skip over to the gameplay of me sort of in like my modern state, I guess. Like this is where I'm at in the game right now. This is over 11 hours in at this point, and you can see like I've got so much more like upgrades, and I've kind of like refined my area a lot more. And so you get this in one of the dungeons, you get this thunder rod, and I guess they intend for you to use it as sort of like a puzzle mechanic, and there's like these little batteries that you can like electrify to open up passageways and stuff like that. But I have found it way more enjoyable to just use it to like destroy objects and stuff around the world. So I'll just aim it and kind of like move it back and forth and destroy tons of like trees and rocks and stuff like that at one time. And it's a really fun way to sort of like mine for resources and stuff like that. But there's all kinds of like extra stuff that I've gotten at this point. There's like a factory, and like there's all these advanced components that you really need to make to get further in, and like the upgrades get way more expensive, obviously. And just like there's tons of different stuff. There's banks that create money for you over time, and just tons of stuff. Like there's so much stuff. And I don't know, I've sunk so much time into it in such a short period that I don't know, like it's so crazy to see the progress that I've made in just like such a short amount of time, I guess, whereas other games, like, I mean, they're a lot more grindy. But I don't know, it's just you see a large like payoff as you play, and just, I don't know, this has been a super fun experience. So I don't know, if you're looking for a game that you can really just put a whole bunch of time into, because there's, you know, you're not really playing anything else at the moment, or you're just looking for something to really waste some time on, this game is perfect. Like, no doubt in my mind, this game will satisfy you for a while. So yeah, I don't know, just take it easy. I really, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, like, I need to get off here, like, I'll take a couple of more minutes and finish up what I'm doing. But there's not really like a great stopping point. Like, if you want to stop, just stop playing where you are, because it really will just like, you'll just end up doing something else, and it'll end up being more time consuming, and just you'll end up wasting a whole bunch of your time. Which, I mean, I don't guess it's a waste of time, but like, if you want to get off the game, just get off the game, okay? You understand what I'm saying? So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description for this game's Steam store page. It's not too expensive. I think it's like $15. I think the developer did a really good job on this, especially for, I think it's just one guy. So yeah, kudos to him. This game turned out really good, especially from what I've seen of it when it was, you know, in the beta or early access or whatever the case was whenever he was first making it. But it's great. I like it a lot. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.